Good evening, Andrew here, one of your councillors on Lane Cove Council, here with an update as to what is happening at our council meeting this coming Monday, the 18th of March. Now, the biggest item has to do with Greenwich Hospital. Hammond Care, who is the operator of this hospital, has put in a development application to rebuild the hospital and to build seniors living or residential apartments on this site. Now, the interesting thing about this development application is Lane Cove Council will not be the final authority to determine if this goes ahead. What the applicant Hammond Care is relying on here is something called a State Environmental Planning Policy, also known as a SEP. And what this is a code that has been set by the state government that says that if you're building infrastructure or seniors housing, it is deemed a state significant development, therefore completely bypasses local council and goes directly to the Department of Planning and the Minister for Planning. So what this motion is essentially trying to formulate what Lane Cove Council's submission will be to the Department of Planning about what council's thoughts are on this development application. And in short, what it is proposed is that, this site under our local environmental plan was originally zoned as special purpose for health services, i.e. a hospital, and it is proposed in this motion that, including the seniors housing is really quite a dramatic shift around what the original purpose of this site is. So what it is proposed that we consider on Monday is that as a council we formalise a submission to the Department of Planning that says, no, we believe most of this site should be used for a hospital and not seniors housing. So there you go, that's what that one is about. Look, next up we then got the Lane Cove gift card. This is something that I moved as a motion last year, finally coming back to council with a recommendation that we go ahead with this. The idea is if you want to buy a $50 or $100 gift card for a friend or family member, you can buy them the Lane Cove gift card, which means that you can spend it at any shop in the Lane Cove area and in Lane Cove only. I think this will be a great way that we can support our local businesses. Look, the only other main item that I think is of interest on the agenda is to do with Ausgrid and how we manage trees around power lines. So this was something that was in principle adopted by council in October last year, went to community consultation, and look, basically it's a guideline that when Ausgrid needs to trim or cut trees around power lines, how will they do it, keeping the shape of a tree, etc. So they're the three main items that I'll see on the agenda that'll be of most interest for you. As always, if you've got any feedback or comments, please share them with me. Always happy to read them. And thank you for listening. Have a good evening.